Our incursion point is up ahead. Clear a path to the waterfall.
Oh, hey, I'm a dwarf!
You have the coordinates, High Tinker. Fire when
Oh
ready.
my gosh, look at this. It changes our...
I'll get you inside the pyramid.
Look at this. Because we changed races, it changes all of our, like, racial abilities. That's awesome. Well, this makes sense, considering that dwarves can be shamans. So yes, this is something that they talked about when I first heard about this raid, that I was like, what? Really? The way the story of this raid works, they had to make it where they had to give Alliance players a reason to be facing Jaina Proudmoore. Because I was like, why would the Alliance players fight Jaina Proudmoore? And then they said, or they basically said that when you face certain bosses, you're actually going to change races to reflect. Now, I remember seeing some comments from ridiculous people. Look, I even got stone form. That's great. I remember seeing some comments from people that they were not happy about this because they were like, oh, why do I have to be a filthy alliance? Or, oh, why do I have to be like a disgusting horde? You know, just those typical horrible comments that people have, you know, that just is absolutely absurd. But I thought the idea of that was actually a really cool concept, that because certain bosses have to be fought against by a certain faction, you can't have, like I said, you can't have the Alliance players face Jaina unless she just goes completely evil, like, you know, some kind of, like, Nathrazi. No, because remember, Jaina's a Dreadlord. Right? So anyways, I thought the idea of this concept was actually pretty cool, and it actually made a lot of sense to me. Alright, hold on, I need to focus a bit, because we are taking quite a bit of damage in this little gauntlet. In fact, I'm just going to drop my big totem here, because holy moly, we are taking a lot of crazy damage right now. And someone decided to leave for no reason. It's not like we're wiping on this trash, they just left. But hey, Raid Finder helps us out by immediately finding someone else to replace for the group. That's great, I love that. You know, I will say so far, my experience in Raid Finder has actually been more positive for me than it has been in trying to do the pre-made groups for higher difficulties. I'm serious. Like, yes, I do have to wait a very long time, even as a healer, to get into these. But I haven't had any, like, bad experiences in terms of, like, toxicity with other players or anything. You just kind of get in there, and it's like, alright, let's go! I'm just saying, like, so far my own personal experience has actually been pretty positive. Even though I have heard for some people it's actually been pretty bad, which is a real shame. But so far I've actually been having a pretty nice experience with it. I actually did a little reading up on the next couple of bosses. The next couple of bosses in this particular wing is, it's gonna be something. Wait. What was nice? I feel like I missed something there just now because they're like, nice! And someone laughed. I'm like, what happened? I thought something crazy dropped. Nope, apparently not. I don't know what happened there. That was weird. Anyways. So yeah, the next couple of bosses are pretty interesting. And I did some kind of like reading up on it and research to be like, oh, so this is what I need to do, especially if I'm going to be playing this as a healer. By the way, of course, I would, you know, if you were to ask me what's my favorite,
Dazar'alor has stood for
hey, there's the
thousands of
thing
years.
from,
The
that
Alliance
you can get from
blew a
Gahoon.
hole in the side of the pyramid and plundered our ancient treasures.
I like
We
how
do not
this
know,
is actually
but
being
those
told
Alliance
to you.
Spies must have snuck into the temple before. But we Zandalari guard our treasures well.
We've already scouted
Don't
these
go
halls and
forward.
disarmed the Zandalari
Come back.
defenses. Our way in should be clear.
He's not seriously going to try and kill that guy on his own, is he?
Horde power.
That's exactly what he's doing. Yeah, that's not how that works. Huh! We need to do side rooms and get jewels to beat boss. Yep, we need to split the raid left and right. Alright, here we go. What heroism?
Watch your step.
I'm kind of confused by this.
3, 2.
Get behind
Is
us.
that my bloodlust?
Moving.
Why is it called heroism instead of bloodlust? Because I'm a dwarf? That doesn't make any sense.
Watch your step.
Let's just talk about bloodlusting. I'm a hero of the Alliance.
Jet.
I'll have no talk. I
Watch your
have
step.
bloodlust.
Jet. Get behind boss. Punishment. Keep moving. Consuming flame.
Woo, man. Yeah, this is a kind of a Tomb Raider kind of scenario. We're trying to deal with this enemy with what's in the room.
Watch your step.
Uh-oh. A laser! Oh
Consuming
boy.
flame. Pulse quickening toxin. Watch your step.
Nope. Because I dropped it before I got stunned.
Consuming flame.
Okay. 5 of 8. Yeah, so we have to go all the way down these rooms before we face the boss.
Watch your step.
And then hopefully it'll kind of give me an opportunity to show you guys the jewels that we have to apparently get in order to help us with the boss fight.
Get behind boss. Punishment. Keep moving. Punching the ground.
Ow, ow, ow.
Horde power.
Long ago, King Dazar had his golden treasury enchanted so that it would rise against anyone except its rightful owner. Many an unsuspecting thief has been slain by the very riches that they coveted, serving as an important lesson to those who would steal from the throne. Alright, so we have the Amethyst of the Shadow... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! What happened? Are you kidding me? Wait, we don't have to do that whole thing all over again, do we? Oh my gosh! Do we seriously have to go through the whole gauntlet room all over again? Are you kidding me? Because... we do. We actually have to do this all over again. Because someone... Ugh. Ugh. Gosh, I'm just so...
5,
If there's one thing
4,
that gets me very
3,
irritated about the
2,
players
1.
today is that no one has any patience at all. Everyone has to get everything done right now. There's no
What
patience
is
at
that?
all for people in raids. And man, it drives me nuts because of stuff like that, what you just saw.
Get behind boss. Punishment. Keep moving. Consuming flame. Flame jet. Flame jet. Watch your step.
I'm gonna drop that totem before it stunned me.
Consuming flame. Scorching ground. Scorching ground. Watch your step.
Ow.
Scorching ground.
Ow, ow, ow.
Get flame for punishment. Keep moving. Consuming flame.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm enjoying the fact that I get to be a dwarf shaman for this wing here.
Scorching ground. Watch your step.
Like probably my favorite races to play on the Alliance are, I mean, it's hard to say favorites, but the races I do like to play on the Alliance are Dwarf, Worgen, and Draenei. Draenei have kind of warmed up to me. But I've always loved dwarves. Some of my favorite characters in this game are dwarves.
Consuming flame. Flame jet. Watch your step. Flame jet.
Ah!
Flame jet.
Holy mackerel.
Consuming
Move,
flame.
move, 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 move. Alright, this is the room with the gems.
Watch your step. Consuming flame.
Alright, so based on what I read... Ah!
Watch your step.
We are kind of lacking in damage right now because
Get
I think
behind
most
the
of the raid is on the other
moving.
side.
Watch your step.
Alright. Oh boy, this is gonna hurt.
The Dazar'alor crown jewels.
Alright,
Horde power.
so from what I understand... Well, they just engaged the boss. Reducing shadow damage taken by 90%. So each crown jewel is supposed to provide a different type of buff, which is supposed to really help you out with this boss here. That's kind of the point,
Spirit
is that you had to
Assault.
go through there to get those jewels, because this boss can, like, basically one-shot you. Kind of think of, like, what Rezubius was like back in Nox Ramus, where he would just be like, BAM, you're dead. BAM, you're dead. So here, you have to get that extra buff from the jewels to even have a chance at actually taking this guy out. Otherwise, you can just forget about it. Because if you just charge in head first down the middle like we did early on,
Whale of
incoming.
Greece.
Like, you're gonna get insta-killed, basically. So that's kind of the whole idea. Now, I guess it didn't prompt, but I think there's supposed to be like a conversation or something from Gallius. She was like, "No, please, don't hurt it, please." You know, because of course it's a bunch of treasure and gold, which for a goblin like Gallius would be like, "Oh, this is wonderful. This is heaven." Which, of course, that absolutely sounds like Gallius, doesn't it? Interesting. Spirits of gold. I'll let our DPS and such handle that.
Whale of Greece.
From what I've heard, shockingly, you get hardly any gold at all from this boss. So the jewel that I picked up is... You notice all that shadow damage he just did? The idea is that it protects us from a lot of that. Oh, there he is.
Destroy something so glorious. It's true what Sylvanas says. You alliance goons ain't got no souls.
We're entering the heart of Dazar'alor. Expect fierce resistance from the Zandalari. It would be wise to set some traps to cover our flank. Keep going. I'll catch up.
The Soulless Alliance
Wait,
desecrated
what?
our holy place. They scoffed at the Loa. All they wanted was blood and gold.
A grilled egg of Paku? Oh, it sells for 125 gold. Oh, wow. So I guess that's the idea. You find treasures that you can sell for a ton of gold. Oh, that's right. The punch cards. That's right, because of the stuff in Mechagon. That's right. So I guess they must have added that stuff to this. Huh. To apply for the Mechagon stuff. Oh, calm down, people. Patience. Akunda. So yeah, this is a hint of what we're about to be dealing with in the next upcoming boss fight. In the next boss battle, we are actually going to be having to deal with the Loa that we have been encountering throughout our time in Zandalor. Yeah. We're actually going to have to be fighting those guys. Or somewhat. So I guess I may as well just kind of read up on it right now. Deep within Dazar'alor lies a chamber built to honor 6 of Zandalor's greatest Loa, guarded by the most devout followers. Trespassers who enter their sacred hall are soon met with primal fury, like none they have ever seen. So we're actually going to be having to deal with like maybe 4 of the different Loa that we have been facing. So it's actually going to have like quite a number of things that we're going to have to be focusing on and dealing with. That's the Conclave of the Chosen. One of our DPS is AFK in that room. Hey, Paku! Oh my gosh! That knockback. Woo! Alright, looks like up next is the boss room. Who's this? Jakwa! Okay. Well, this should be interesting. Well, there are the shrines that we can get the Loa buffs, but of course we're Alliance. We have no dealings with the Loa as Alliance. Oh, someone marked... Oh, okay, so there's Gonk. Paku. I know Akunda is in there. Bud, he's AFK.
You cannot stand against the law. The wind is at our backs.
Wild Maul. Wild Maul. Run away.
Ah! Oh, Hex.
The wind is at our backs.
Crawling Hex.
Wild Maul.
My hunt has ended.
Gonk's Wrath.
Uh-oh. Stalkers. This is what Gonk summons.
Rick,
Gotta be careful. I've heard those things can do some pretty ridiculous DPS. Watch out for those. They can do tons of damage.
the wind is at our backs.
I just realized we have a druid healer. Thank goodness. Oh boy, that's Kimball. Bleeding wounds. And now that's gonna be on me for the rest of the entire battle. Yes, I am not joking.
Rend your flesh.
That is gonna be giving me constant damage.
I join.
Oh, here comes Paku.
Paku's Wrath.
Spill your blood.
Thundering Storm.
Purified by lightning.
Gonk's Wrath.
Rick, your bones.
Thundering Storm.
Yikes. Yikes.
You will be washed away.
Okay, one of our tanks died, even though I put the heal on him.
Thundering Storm.
Kunda? Oh boy.
Purified by lightning.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Thundering storm.
I am very out of mana right now.
Thundering storm. Stalker's wrath. Gaunt's wrath. Thundering storm.
Ooh boy.
Thundering storm.
You ain't washed away.
Thundering storm.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Stalker's wrath. Gaunt's wrath. Thundering storm.
Oh, I need mana.
You ain't washed away.
Oh. Oh yeah, Mind Wipe. That's a fun one I forgot to mention. Akunda makes you forget about all your abilities. Yeah, no, I don't think I ever got hit with that once during the raid, but yeah, I heard about that. That's a fun one to deal with. You forget all your abilities because of Akunda's Mind Wipe. That's... yeah. Alright, what I need is more mana. I only have food that helps with my health.
The throne room lies ahead.
We have struck a decisive blow against the Zandalari. Let us hope their king chooses to surrender and spare his people further harm.
I just need a moment to get mana back. Gonk Scale Robes. Nice. Ooh. Ah, man. It's a shame we can't mount up here and repair after that. Well, while we have a moment, guess what? We're about to fight Rastakhan. Yup. For over 200 years, King Rastakhan has ruled the Zandalari Empire. Since the fall of Razan, he has turned to a new patron, Bwansamdi, the Loa of Death. The dark bargain that he has made grants him the power to crush his enemies. But at what cost? So yeah, we're not only going to be fighting Rastakhan here, we're also going to be fighting Bwansamdi. Yeah, this I read up on that and I was like, huh? And apparently there's going to be a point where he may, I don't know if this is not in Raid Finder, in LFR, but apparently at one point Bwansamdi can take some of us to like the realm of death. Which sounds pretty cool. Okay. Alright, I have full mana back. Boop, there we go. Let me give myself that buff there, since I have a few of those. Ah! Ow! Did not want to have to drop that, but oh my gosh! This is what I hate. If they're up there and I'm down here, I can't target them. Or I can't cast a heal on them. So I have to be up here to heal them. Okay. Oh boy, hello.
Thundering Slam.
Ouch.
Thundering
Holy
Slam.
crap, come on. My gosh.
Thundering Slam.
It's no wonder
Thundering Slam.
I went out of mana in the last fight. Jeez. Once we clear this boss, I can actually do a mass res, but oh my gosh. Jeez. And there he is. We come before the king. We demand an audience with your king. Yes, let's just focus on one
Thundering
side
Slam.
of ads first, please. Oh my gosh. Whew.
Thundering Slam. Thundering Slam.
No, why'd you pull the rest of them? Why would you do that?
Thundering Slam.
Oh my gosh. Gosh, I can't stand that. I'm sorry, but I just hate it when people think, oh, let's pull everything in the room. The rest of my team can handle it.
Thundering Slam.
I learned a long time ago, especially when playing as a tank, just because you can be able to pull everything as a tank doesn't mean you should. I learned to be a much slower paced tank to help out my team, because if you just pull everything, believe it or not, it can actually be a little too much and overwhelming for the rest of your team. Mass res again.
Like hungry
How many times am I gonna have to
the
mass
Alliance
res?
monsters closed in on their prey. The Heartless Alliance stormed the throne room. Our noble king defied them to the very end.
King Rastakhan of Zandalar, I order you to submit. You will bow before your new master, King Anduin Rin, and you will deliver your daughter to us as a hostage.
You, an exile without a homeland. You dare invade these sacred halls and demand that I turn my kingdom over
Who
to
in the
you.
world does
The
Greymane
Zandalar
think he
built
is?
an empire that would endure for over 10,000 years, while your barbaric ancestors scuffled in the dead. We conquered this world. We brought it glory. You are nothing. Merely the latest in a long line of savages seeking to undermine our greatness. No, I will not surrender. Because no matter what happens here today, Zandalar will stand long after your alliance has crumbled to dust. But if you are so eager to meet Bonsamdi, then step forward. The lower of death awaits. Zandalar forever!
So be it.
Oh wait, where's Gen?
Strike him
Where is
down.
Gen? Where is he? Because I just saw someone spit on him. Where is he? Where is he in the room? He's here in the room. Where is he? Where is he so I can get my spit on him as well? Oh, there he is. Alright, yeah, here we go. Slash spit. There you go. Get out of here, Greymane. Puh! Puh!
You stand before the finest defenders of Zul'Dazar. My loyal subjects, show this outside rise of the arrogance.
Watch your step. Crushing leap.
Unfortunately, me popping my bloodlust doesn't really matter right now.
Watch your step.
Go, my pretties, go!
Old one Samdi ain't gonna let no outsiders take your throne.
Absorbs all damage. The aura of death. Oh my gosh. We get to fight Bonsamdi! Woo! Here we go! Actually, no, don't fight Bonsamdi. Only fight Rastakhan.
Watch your step.
Yeah, I should get out of there. Yeah, there we go. I need to get out of that aura. Oh gosh.
Let the fire burn down.
Watch your step.
Zamdi, you are my lord.
Here we go.
Honor our bargain and strike down
The mighty demanding Rastakhan. I'm gonna give you the power, you see. But you better watch your tune.
You better watch your tone.
the power of a lower such strength. Now you will.
So I think he took the rest of the raid into the realm of death. I'm not there. because I was not close to Bonsomdi. So, this is kind of bad.
Let the fire burn down!
Necrotic smash. Phase 4.
Stand in the totem area, helps reduce the damage you take. Oh, hey, they're back!
Dealt with them by now, Bonsomdi!
You've been king a long time, Rastaka. Maybe.
Watch
Play
your
that
step.
toad.
The job to give you a job done. Perhaps that pretty daughter of yours. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Too much to control!
Run out.
Oh no, he's going to betray Rastakhan. Who could have possibly seen this coming?
Watch your step.
Threatens to consume my soul! I must clear it!
It's not like we could have warned you about this, Rastakhan.
Run out.
This power is dead. It is a curse, not a blessing. Oh, what have I done?
And I think we got him. Yep, we got him. Alright, cinematic time. Here we go.
Princess Talanji!
Get to the king. Now.
Father, no. Please, stay. Stay with me.
Talanji, my daughter. I'm so sorry.
Hush, Father. Shh. It's all right.
Forgive me.
One someday.
Yes, my queen.
What have you done to me?
Oh, he didn't tell you about our bargain? Shame on him.
Your Majesty! The Alliance dogs are escaping! What are your orders? After them! The rest, you know. King Rastakhan was a hero for his people. I would do anything to avenge him.
Huh. Another, Breath of Bonsomdi. I gotta find out what I can put those towards. Poor Rastakhan. A good king, but he made a huge, huge mistake. There is so much to talk about with that cinematic. First off, what was Jaina's deal giving that look down at Nathanos? I mean, I hate Nathanos too, so I don't mind giving him that hateful death stare, just like she did. But it was almost like she was like, yeah, that's right, we killed him. And I'm just like, I really want to play the Alliance side in of what's going on in Kultiris leading up to this raid to understand what was their objective here. Was it really what Greymane said to Rastakhan when we entered the room? Because if so, that's just kind of absurd to me. It just baffles my mind. The Alliance would want to do that. That would be their mindset here. Also, I like how Nathanos got really, really pissed about this, about what was happening with Rastakhan. And I like how Talanji, she immediately recognized what was going on, that it had to do with Bwansamdi. And of course, in fact, can I get reread the dialogue for you during that fight, because it was happening so quickly during the fight. Like, why are these invaders still resisting? You should have dealt with them by now, Bwansamdi. And then he said, You've been king a long time, Rastakhan. Maybe too long. If you can't be getting the job done, perhaps that pretty daughter of yours can. And that's when he pretty much just bowed out and was like, nope, I'm done. They're all yours now, Your Highness. And that's when it started to become a little too much for Rastakhan. It tries to consume my soul. I must be free of it. Death, curse, not a blessing. Oh, daughter, what have I done? Yeah, no kidding. I'm sorry, but where were the advisors to tell him, yeah, that's a bad idea, Your Highness. Why would you decide to make a deal like that with the Loa of Death? I still don't understand that he would do that, especially because, well, Rastakhan, you fool. You fool. And now, Talanji is the one who's trapped by this. But, of course, I just love his dialogue there, where she says him, and he immediately shows up, he's like, yes, my queen, because she's now a queen. She's not Princess Talanji anymore. Her father's dead. She is now the queen of Zandalar. She is now the one in charge of the Zandalari Empire. So she is now Queen Talanji, even though it still says Princess Talanji. And I love his, oh, he didn't tell you about our bargain. Oh, shame on him. And they ask her, what are your orders? And she looks at him, and he immediately points in the direction, like, as if he's the one giving her orders, like, go on. Go after them. Go get those Alliance dogs, as they said. Almost like Bwansamdi's the one now calling the shots. Now, this will be touched upon later. Trust me. We are going to get more on this later on, once I eventually unlock the Zandalari Trolls, or rather when I get the quest to unlock the Zandalari Trolls, and we'll touch up more on this new dynamic, because now it's not Bwansamdi and Rastakhan anymore. Now it's Bwansamdi and Talanji. And keep in mind, Talanji is a priest. She has had a lot of dealings with those kinds of things. She's also had lots of dealings with the Loa. She had lots of dealings with Razan, just like Rastakhan did. But let's just say that Talanji has been more in tune with what's been going on around compared to Rastakhan. She was, of course, on the front lines in Nazmir, dealing with the Blood Trolls. She's been dealing with all this firsthand. She was with us in Uldir when we were going after Gahun. So let's just say I think right now Talanji is probably better suited to deal with Bwansamdi than Rastakhan was. Rastakhan was a fool who was very clouded in his judgment in his head. He was clearly not thinking right. Otherwise, he would never have made that deal with Bwansamdi when there were just in the other room tons of other Loa he could have made this deal with. But no, he decided to choose Bwonsamdi instead. The most reckless and stupid choice he could have made compared to all the other Loa in Zandalar that he could have made that deal with. I'm sorry, that just really boggles my mind he would do that. So that was the second wing, and as you can see, we're no longer a dwarf anymore, we're back to an orc, because now comes the third wing in this raid, where we are now going to be in pursuit of the Alliance, because they just came in here and they just murdered the king of Zandalar. Because apparently, I wish I could scroll back up to that dialogue that Greymane was saying, but just rewind the video and listen to exactly what Greymane says. I'm sorry, but that pissed me off, hearing Greymane say that and make those demands of Rastakhan. Even insisting that they take Talanji back as a hostage. As a hostage! I'm sorry, Greymane, are you becoming a straight-up villain now? To the point where you are wanting to actually take hostages? Puh! I spit on Greymane now just as much as I spit on Sylvanas and Blightcaller. And I do that a lot. So, when we return, we will be delving into the third wing of the Battle for Dazar'alor raid, where we will be once again back on my orc as Horde in pursuit of the Alliance as they now try to make a tactical retreat, where we will be faced in pursuit of Lady Proudmoore, though honestly I would much rather us be going after Greymane, but hopefully we'll get to deal with him later. Stay tuned.